Hi, welcome to my chess channel. Here I've got 2 rounds that I've played in the South Island Championships, and the South Island Championships in Christchurch is hosted by the Canterbury Chess Club, of course, and very successful. I'll just turn my other light on because it's a wee bit dark in here. I've got that light on. So anyway, it's obviously morning, but that doesn't really matter. So anyway, the Canterbury Chess Club is running this tournament, and we're on the final day today. It's 2 rounds a day, which at 56 is a little bit, at my age, nearly 60, born in 62, of course, 1962. So at that age, it's a little bit hard to play as well on the second game than the first game of the day, but that sounds like an excuse, but you find out when you get to that age. Okay, now anyway, so you can drop the ball a lot, and it's commonly shared with other chess players of my sort of age group or older, that they speak about. You can have a look at Quinton's interview last week or a week or 2 ago of Dunedin, and he speaks of dropping the ball or leaving his queen on pre, and like this sort of the blunder he would not have made when he was 30 or 20. Here we go. So here we go. I'm just going to start up this, and I think I'm black here, and this is against Matt. Now everyone knows who Matt is in New Zealand chess, but I'm not going to give his last name. He might be okay with it, but I'm just going to. And Matt is 2-2 something in New Zealand, 2-2-1-8 or something in New Zealand or higher. So I've got my engine on today. I've just got it quietly in the background, and it's working this all out. So what to play against Matthew or Matt? So I played d6, and I thought I had already decided to vary my opening, and so I'm going to play an old Indian. Now what's an old Indian? Cowboys and Indians, like Mexicans coming around as well, Mexicans and Indians and cowboys. Ping, pow, pow, pow. C4. Okay, well this is going my way so far, and we're at 0.27 or 28 on the register for Fritz in White's favour, but it's not much. Now it's 0.43. and knight c3 and e5 to e4, representing the white cavalry here, and bishop e7. Maybe if I played this game again, I'd probably play g6 and bishop g7, but I was worried about sort of like King's Indian stuff for black here, that white can, it's all just pie in the sky. Bishop e7, bishop e2, so I can't really see anyone's, maybe white has, white has got 0.60ish, 63 according to Fritz 11. Now white's got 70. a5. Now my opponent didn't like this move, and not because he thought, oh no, I'm scared. He said, I didn't really care about a5 for you. He suggests a6. Now I'll just see the difference between a5, which gives 78 for white, and now I'll give, as he says, the book say a6, which I'm not really into the book. New variation. It's actually worse, Matthew, or it's equal. 78. A6 is worse. I'll see what c6 gives. Oh no, I won't. No, I won't, because it'll change the whole game thing. So I've got the thing saved anyway. So a5. That's what I played, so stick to the program. Queen c2. Now I could just play e4 here, etc. But we have to remember that this is after I've used all my Conrad Lorenz on aggression, sort of, that I read a little bit of when I was younger, about on aggression from Conrad Lorenz. Not that I know who he is. I know that he wrote a book about aggression and all that sort of stuff, which is an interesting word, aggression, because I got asked it once in an interview. Do you consider yourself, for sales, do you consider yourself aggressive? And I was, what do you answer? Anyway, C6 and H3. Now, I play Queen C7. Now I'm feeling like, I'm fine. I've played a very, very strong chess player, as well as Matthew, of course, in this line, the Old Indian, which is a bit of a grovel. Bishop E3. And now I could take on D4 again, but I'll just play Rook E8. Now watch the way I play this game. And I'm here talking to my juniors at the Canterbury Chess Club. And I'm talking to my juniors, I'm telling them what to do and how to do this and how to do that and do this and don't break this rule. This is a rule, but it's not. But don't break this, and you watch. You just watch my bishop here and my rook here. It might look like it's sort of like doing some things, but really it's asleep. It's having a siesta. So the rook and the bishop have a siesta the whole game. You have like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding you, mark my words. Knight H5. What? What am I doing? Knight H5. I'm not developing. I need to tell myself off here, big time. But guess what? That's not the worst of it. The worst of it is I end up with a really, really kind of interesting, cool position. Queen D2, and I play G6. Fair enough. So it's watching out for things like, by the way, if Knight E5 here, thinking, oh, I'm going to win a pawn. Okay, new variation. I'm going to win a pawn because I'm threatening bishop takes knight. Ha ha ha! No such luck. Knight takes here, and now the bishop is compelled to take the knight. And this is a trick from Gary Kasparov's book, and knight C4, and that gives white better, by the way. Still at 76 for the best play for white. But I wonder what it said when it went knight H5. It went yellow, and it says 90, and plus in white's favour 92 and all that sort of stuff. So I will continue on. Queen D2, G6, Rook AD1, C5. It's gone right over 100, or 1 point. So here C5. I wonder what I don't want to do what Fritz thinks. C5. We'll continue on with the program. Knight G5. This is 0.99 best play for white. Knight F6. I don't actually like this move. What I looked at this later. I'm just going to see what this move shows. This might be quite wobbly. Not very much good either. So anyway, probably I played it best. Knight H F6, F4, clunk, clunk, bishop F8, grovelly, eh? Do you see it's grovelly? Bishop G3, he didn't like this move for him, he thought it was not good. H6, now it looks like I'm just going to pick up a pawn, and so I did. Because I have to remind you, I know it sounds like an excuse, but I've got good news for those who think that I'm totally lost. Knight E4, and guess what it says now? It's gone down to 0.18 in white's favour, or equal. So it's at 0.17 at the moment. You can check if you've got a really, really good phone, and you can go stretch it out, and that probably all oblique all the thing. So 94, yeah, at the moment white, if we looked at who's winning, white's a whole piece up. Rook e4, oh no, back to normal, but we're on 31 in white's favour, slight edge. Bishop d3, and we're relatively, I've gone down 3 points for this move, rook e8. Actually, that's a point here. I wonder if I go rook e7. That's worse. Okay, we'll stick to poker. Oh dear, I think I might have changed that. Oh, I have. I have to go to this game. Sorry. Open database. Oh, where's my glasses? Here, I got a, see, I get a text just now too. Isn't that great? What is it? We could look at a real game. Oh, no, that's not it. I've just lost it. Hold on, I'll go back. I'll just do this manually. Or can I, have I stuffed it now? Oh, I have. I stuffed it. Okay, well, it ends up that I get to a position that I can actually, that I can just play a simple defensive move, but because of just sort of knee-jerk reactions, I lost, even though I defended accordingly well, but it did not very good. This is my round 6 game of yesterday, which is a bit contradictory because this is possibly also, this is round 6, so it's the second game for the day, and this was yesterday. E5, this is against this guy. So I've shown my t-shirt before, so this is chesschecker.com. And this is against Andrew Masters. I'm a bit confused about his name because he says his name's Andy, but his name is officially Andrew Masters. He wants to change his name to the first name Grand, Grand Masters. But he'll probably want to take the, I don't know if he wants to take the S off Grand Masters. So he wants to change his name from Grand, from Andrew or Andy to Grand Masters. So anyway, here we've got a bit of conjecture. Now F5, should I play F5 against him who knows that I play F5? Or should I just all of a sudden play Knight F6, normal terrace, C5, normal terrace, Knight C6, normal terrace, even Queen D7 is possible with B6 and Bishop A6, etc. Pardon me, excuse me. But I play F5. Now this is the second round of the game for the day, round 6 of course, so 2 a day. C5, and it's 90-minute chess plus 30-second increments. So I will just try to get that game that I'm pretty sure it's loaded on my, but it's a wee bit embarrassing. Now here I sort of overprotect or protect my E6 pawn, and so my opponent is doing equally. Some people here suggested H6 for me. No good, because of what? Obvious Queen H5 check, and I do not like it. Green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. I go G6 and H4. Look at this now. H6, Knight F3, Bishop G7, So this is all right. I mean, we're just playing chess, aren't we? Bishop e3, and I go c4. Oh no, it looks really bad, doesn't it? It's not very good. Notice I can't play knight e5 here before, because bishop takes bishop is possible, but also knight takes pawn is possible. So if I go see, this is where I change it, you see. If I go knight takes here, okay, then the computer's on, and so bishop d7 is good. Yeah, that's correct. And I have to take with the knight, else I lose it. And then knight e6 is quite damaging, I feel, to my position. Might be okay, but I don't like it. So I have to be respectful of my opponent, of course. My opponent is rated, even though he doesn't play much in tournaments. He's an A grader, and he's rated somewhere in the realm of 1970 or something like that, 1960. So bishop a4, and I go rook b8, and bishop c2, b5, king e2, and so I play something that Fritz doesn't play here. I play castles, whereas Fritz, when I looked at it before, plays the obvious move. What is it? What does Fritz play here for black? So it's no chocolate fish, because I haven't got any, and you can't get them in New Zealand, even though they're meant to be available. We have had this debate with the local Cadbury's and all those sorts of chocolate places. You can get small ones, but you can't get the big ones. So here we go. Fritz gives, and I'll see if it does it again. Gives b4. See, and that's what Fritz under duress does. b4. Castles. Okay. He plays queen g1, and guess what he does? The move 18 plays queen g1, and here my opponent, Andrew Masters or Grandmasters or so, offers me a draw. And it's round 2 for the day, and I'm thinking, well, I thought 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and had my cup of tea and thought about it, and I still had, I don't know, about an hour left on my clock, or 45, 50 minutes comparative to his same. And I thought, I didn't only think about the chess game itself. I thought about who I'm playing. This guy. Now, so that was a major consideration. I get told off for this for my friends. They say, yeah, you might like the guy and all that sort of thing, but you're there to play chess. Well, that's why I try to call it. But we had actually analysed this after the game. So I'm giving you a wee clue about the result. We actually analysed me playing this, and b3 even, and he put his bishop to b1, and then we started to all laugh about his rook on a1, because his rook on a1, the only way he can get his rook out is by taking a pawn with the bishop. But he had some pretty good ideas for white here, and the top player, FIDE Master, who I showed a game from the Canada Chess Champs, club champs, is he liked this for white. He said, fair enough that you going queen g1 and g4, and but actually Andy and everyone else, Fritz plays this for white instead of queen g1. Anyway, we can just go over some analysis. I was just going to play b4, and my opponent can play g4. And take here, go here, and now not king here, because it's dangerous. Do you know why? So if king here, so the king's showing to go king D. I'll turn the engine off because it's annoying. King D2 is not good, really, because I'm just going to do this and sort of weather the storm on the other side of the board. So there's some very, he came up with some really cool stuff here. Now I have this. Do I have this? Yep. So that's no good, etc. So, but I could not work this out in my head, even though we had some fun with this position afterwards at either's expense. So I'm just going to go, that was a draw, okay, now I'm just going to see if I can find this game with Matthew, so, and it'll be a little bit longer, but it's a open database. Where's my database? Need my glasses. Put my glasses on for a sec if you don't mind. And where are we? It's today's date. I can't find it. It's gone into... I'll just see if I can get that actual up then. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. I'll try that one. Yeah, so we'll try. I'll just go through this game real quickly. I might have the whole game. No. Here we go. I'll just go from here, from my score sheet. I don't need my glasses on for that. I better keep them because they're very important to focus at my age. They're really important. And they help me to remember to focus, even though I play like a total ding-dong here. Bishop d3. I'm looking on the wrong side. I'm looking for black's move. Rook e8. Okay. Overwrite. Rook e8. Queen c2. Turn the engine off. Switch off engine. Oh, that's a good move, isn't it? That's what Fitz goes. Queen c2. Might use my glasses. Probably put my reading glasses on. Not very pretty. Or they are pretty, but they don't look male. Queen c2, and then I've got, what have we got now? I'm still looking on black side instead of something flicking. Bishop g7, Bishop g6. Here he comes. Oh no, brown cow. Now we're reaching a pinnacle point in this game, and you've just got to understand I'm old. Knight f6, and now what happens? My opponent throws a tank at me. I have a tank come at me, okay? And I think that there are times that some opponents, some people just have the spring in their step and their luck in their step and everything like that, and at the same time they're a very good player anyway. Very, very good. I'm very impressed with Matthew. I'm so impressed with Matthew. It's annoying, and so I get a wee tear in my eye, but I'm so impressed with Matthew's tactics and abilities in finding things. So he throws a tank at me, and I sort of kind of go, what? it's like a Greek gift that I should not accept. And so he throws a tank at me right now, and it's not huge, but I do a knee-jerk reaction instead of looking at it carefully and considering the options. So my opponent plays here knight g5, and here if we can see, if I play rook f8, it's completely equal. That's what Fritz says. Even though I'm a piece for a number of pawns, rook f8 is completely equal. But what do? Obviously, I do something here. I panic. All the bells and whistles are going, and I'm going, this guy is really good at this guy is really good at tactics. Now, white's obviously threatening here, rook f6 and that sort of thing, at least, and then queen takes rook and everything. And please look at this bishop and this rook. You know, this bishop and this rook, Mr. Coach. Bishop and the rook. Bishop and the rook. I need to go on the timeout, Matt, don't I? I'm sorry, I used Matt's name, but I'm sorry. I have to go on the timeout, Matt, here, don't I? So obviously I can't play bishop d7. So what I do is I go here. And this puts me in some difficulty. Rook f6. It's like a 1 minute game, isn't it? I wish it was, because I might have a chance. Then I might play rook f8 if it was a 1 minute game, and it's not even bad. Rook f8. I don't even know. Okay, I think that this is this. King f8, rook here, here, bishop d6, and now we're threatening rook f8, which, as I'm saying, he's very, very good at problem solving. He's probably the best, or one of the best in the country. I don't know what the others are like, but he's one of the best, in my opinion, for solving chess problems. So that's what's going on for me here. I'm thinking, oh no, he's got a smile on his face, and so probably after hg5, and anyway, I go hg5, he goes rook f6, and now I go, and I'll get this finished soon. It's not far away, I promise you. Queen e7. Now this is poor. This is even poorer than rook f8 or something else. I can't play this because he just plays rook here and cancel and threatens rook f8 mate. So I mean, I wonder if I can also lose on bishop d6. So and because it's a match game, so I played after rook f6, I play queen here. Feeble. Queen e7, threatening queen takes rook. Rook here. Rook df1. Bishop h3. What else? Nothing. Bishop h3. Here he comes. He goes, throws this in at me. And I'll see some defences. Okay. Now, I see some. I go queen here, and then if bishop g3, then I can just go queen here. I can't go. Yeah. Anyway, I can go queen here, and then he can go sort of thing. Okay. So queen check, and Matthew runs away with his king to king h2. Then I go queen d4, thinking the fantasy line. Rook d1, queen b2, rook b1. So I can't take the rook, of course, because of queen g7 checkmate. But I go queen g2 checkmate. So it was a fantasy line, but Matthew doesn't fall for this. Queen d4, And he goes rook here. New main line, of course. He goes rook here. So now it's starting to look like a chess problem, isn't it? No good. I go queen f6, rook f6, and then I play bishop d7, rook f7. So you be the judge. I mean, people that know me know I can play a wee bit better than that, but he played really well too. So that's the end of the session, and it should be. So that's life at 56. We'll just say white won that.